Hey, DMS Uncut, you already know it's your boy Feezy, the main man. We in the building right now. All I gotta say is 180 pounds, 6'4". My man learned from the misses more than winning plays. He's more Tommy than Ghost, by the way. I'm like that too. You already know, man. Shotime Vol.3, available now on all platforms. Y'all make some noise for my man SHOBIZ514.
Yeah. Respect for having me out. Let's get it. Below the tracks, we outside. Showbiz.
My man, how you doing, player?
I'm good. Long days, long nights. That's how it is.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Congratulations, first of all. You know what I mean? I already told you that. My man has a new chapter in his life. That's beautiful, you feel me? I hope it's motivation for you right now.
Oh, yo, definitely. You see, I'm outside. It's been 5 days.
That's it.
I'm back to work. Have to be.
Talk that shit, man.
I got to build an empire for that little man.
I like that, man. You know what I mean? That's the spirit right here, man. Showbiz in the building, man. What you got for me today, Showbiz? Talk to me, man.
Yo, we came to have a conversation. I came to let the people know what's going on. We just dropped a project. Let's update them on that and what's coming up in the future. Got a big show coming up, so opening up for Uncle Murder.
That's what's up. I seen that. Uncle Murder's coming to Montreal, by the way. Shout out Ricky D. You already know.
Definitely.
Now, Shotime Vol.3, man. Let's talk about it, man. Because, you know, I'm listening to Montreal projects. Like, you feel me? I'm actually listening from A to Z.
Thank you. What'd you think about it?
I like it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You want me to give it a from 1 to 10 type shit?
Yo, it's up to you. I'm
from 1 to 10, I give it a 6.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Let me break it down.
Let's get it.
First and foremost, I got to give you props because there's not a lot of spitters like that actually rap. You feel me? A lot of people use that whole melodic sound and shit like that. So it's kind of easy to make songs. You feel me? But when you have to rap, that means people are going to listen. So every time I'm listening to your album, bro, every single verse, I was listening to what you were saying, you feel me? Because I know you that rapper, you rapping. So I give you props for that, man, because I like that. The reason why I gave it a 6, it's more like I'm feeling like at this stage, because I've been listening to Showbiz, you already know. It's not the first time, you know what I mean? And I feel like at this stage, I want to hear different sounds. Below the Tracks did the whole album, right?
I got into the studio with my dude over at 760.
It's you below the tracks, right?
Yeah, I'm below the tracks.
That's what I'm saying. So you did the whole thing, like it's self-produced?
Like I said, I worked with my dude over at 760. I hit a couple of tracks with Merker. Got the beats from a couple of different producers.
I wanted to see you get out of this circle. You feel me? I feel like it's too easy when you're working with the same people over and over and over. I feel like you're getting too comfortable with your sound, too comfortable with your style. So maybe it sounds a little repetitive. Maybe the record sound a little bit too much the same. I don't know if it's me, but I just feel like some of the songs sound the same too much. Like maybe if you work with different producers, that will give you like I don't know, a different lane or a different sound or even a different flow that you don't know, you know?
Right? I hear you. And right now, I dropped this project a month ago. I'm already working on something else that's gonna have different sounds. I'm trying to find, like you said, different producers, different types of instrumentals. On Shotime Vol.3, one of the projects that I personally like the most is the song that I did with Money Pacquiao.
Yes.
Right? Crooks, that's a different sound for me. I know it's still bar forward, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. That's what this is all about.
But different sound don't mean like you can stick to the bars because that's what I like.
No. I'm Showbiz all day, every day.
I would say more like the instrumental, like the producing. Like you're the one who's doing it. That's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. So maybe if you, I don't know, you work with a whole other producer for another project just to test. You know, it's music.
I'm definitely with it. Like,
you feel me? I'm just saying. At the end of the day, you never know. You never know. You can only try, and then it's a hit and miss.
I get you.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the only critique that I have for the project, to be honest, because I feel like the song sounds a little bit too much of the same. The flows are a little bit too much of the same. I need to hear something different, a little bit more. Like, I mean, that's the only thing I have to say. Other than that, like I'm saying, you rap. I like that.
Hey,
this is what I'm trying to hear.
There's always room for growth. That's what we're out here for. We build and we get better.
That's what I'm saying.
If Shotime Vol.3 was going to be the last project, then okay, whatever, but it's not. So there's gonna be more. There's gonna be different sounds. I'm still new to this. I don't have too many projects out. I got a lot of songs, but actual bodies of work projects. It's Shotime Vol.3, Sparks side A and B, and I think I got Winter Heat with my dude over here, Shvelly. But I don't have too many. I'm still putting a lot of work together,
Most
still
definitely.
building, still growing.
But
So
that's
I love it.
That's the beauty of
I
it.
love it.
Because now you're
that's gonna make me go harder.
and you'll see that
Like-
you'll see yourself, the evolution and how better your project will get.
Oh,
You know what I
yo.
mean? If you don't have a lot, that means you just ain't started. So
Oh,
let's get it. Let me hear more type shit. You feel me?
yo.
Straight up. Now my thing is this. What does, first of all, you started a project with doing better? All right. Tell me, what does doing better mean to you now as opposed to when you started?
Started making music or started living?
Making music.
Oh well, I'm sorry. The pen is a little bit better. I'll be 100% with myself. I was making some jingles when I first started. They sounded catchy. They sounded good. But if you actually analyze the bars, they weren't as heavy as they are now. So doing better for me means I'm doing better as a rapper, building as an artist. In life, I'm doing better. We ain't living the same way we used to, and I'm fortunate for that. So in all aspects of life, doing better is just making it out of where you were, and hopefully every day can be better than the last, and you're comfortable and you're able to live your everyday life and do what you got to do.
Now, do you feel like, how can I say, do you feel pressured to keep doing better for yourself or even for the people around you?
Definitely. I'm the type of person that feels if you don't want to get better, why do you do anything?
Talk that.
You got to start somewhere. It's never going to be that good, but the more you do it, the more you work at it, hopefully you're learning from the mistakes that you make as you go and you get better. That's how it should be for everybody. I don't care what anybody says, how they feel. Everybody should have a mindset of wanting to get better and doing better.
That's it. Now, in terms of criticism, and how I just speaking of that, you just asked me how I find your album, but my question was criticism. How do you take critics? You feel me? Even your circle, are they real? Or are they like, nah, everything is good, man. Yo, nah, that verse fire every single time, or they keeping it real with you?
You know what? I love criticism because, like I said, it makes me want to go harder. It makes me want to actually go home right now and start working on some shit because that's just how I am.
I like that.
I have people in my corner that will literally tell me, yo, that verse isn't it. Got to do better. They will literally critique certain bars and elements and be like, I know there's more to it. So I'm lucky for that. I'm my biggest critic. I have probably a bunch of dope verses that I won't put out because they don't pass my standards. So,
hey man, sometimes you gotta drop it. Sometimes, like I'm saying, you never know which one's gonna be the one. Sometimes,
yo,
so you can't keep him in the tuck too much, man. You gotta drop him sometimes, you know.
no, but it's also about timing too. Sometimes I'll have a verse here where I'm like, that's not it, and then I find the right instrumental, at least for me, and a project could come together like that. Checks is a prime example of that. I had penned that up a while ago. Tried to do it to a different instrumental. It wasn't hitting because I tried to do the typical I'm all in my feelings type sound because, you know, I do a lot of that. I wasn't happy with it. We waited. We sat on it. I ended up coming across the Buckroll beat that I ended up using, and it worked. It fit a lot better. It was a little bit more in your face, a little bit more arrogant, but in a good way. I feel like I've done a lot, so I can do that now.
I feel you, most definitely. You said checks. No, the song I was thinking about was Crooks, the one with with Pacquiao. You know what I mean, shout out to Pacquiao, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yo,
fucks
he
with
sent me
Pacquiao.
over some nice beats. Like that's one of them that I did.
Is it past experiences or is it storytelling?
That one,
Yeah.
that's the one I was talking about. Running juxes till the age of 10 and stuff like that. Honestly, it is.
It is what, storytelling or life?
It's elements of my life. It's just told in a way that makes music sound the way it does, right? Like, I come from a lot of different shit, and when I was young, I was literally walking into stores and walking out with duffel bags full of food so I could help the family eat and do shit like that. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying I was running juxes at that age, because I was just trying to eat. I was trying to get it. And then I got arrested, and it was kind of fucked up, to be honest.
Certainly.
Right?
You're like a Robin Hood type shit.
And then, well, I don't even care about like actually getting caught, whatever. They drove me in the back of the cop car back to my mom, and then I had to deal with her. I think dealing with her was a little bit worse. Right? So, no, but that's even how I am now. I like to give back to the people. I like doing the charity events. I like when people are doing stuff for the community. I'll try to pull up and support if I can, any way I can, because that's how I made it through a lot of my childhood. Different things, different outlets like that, food banks, churches, whatever you could get, that's how you survived. So going back to doing better, I don't have to do that anymore, and I'm hoping my son after me doesn't have to do that, because I can keep everything together. So we are doing better.
When you think about Real One, who's the first person that comes to mind?
Always me. As long as I can stay real, that's all I got. Right? I don't care if people like
Felt
it.
like you thought about someone before you answered.
Pardon me?
Felt like you thought about someone else before.
No, because I had to think about it. I was like, do I really think of anybody? Like, I didn't have a lot of like strong male role models in my life growing up. So the only way I was able to get to where I am now is by navigating and figuring things out myself. So I'm the realest motherfucker I know. And I know some people will take that differently, but I'm not talking about like I'm the realest one. I'll run up on you and I'll fuck your shit up, but I'm gonna get the job done however I gotta do it. And I'm gonna stand on business every single day. I don't give a shit. Sorry. Like,
that's what's up. Because me, I was thinking more like, you know, sometimes I don't know if you're listening to maybe an artist maybe inspired you coming up, and it's like, yeah, that's a real one. Where they maybe some people say Tupac, oh my god, yeah, that's a real one. Type
oh no,
shit, you know?
if we're talking music, like I'm into.
So it's not. It doesn't have to be music. It could be even someone. Like it could be fucking LeBron. No. It could be anything. Like, is there someone you?
No, I look at a lot of people like they're real, but like I said, I look at myself as the realest person I know or come across. Just
talk that shit, man.
That's how I feel.
You know what I mean? By the way, that's how you're supposed to be, man. Y'all gotta be more cocky with it too, man. Yeah.
But I don't even think it is cocky. I think it's confident.
I know, but like, you know, sometimes you gotta put a little cocky shit in there. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It's hip hop, man. Fuck. So yeah, man, my man SHOBIZ in the goddamn building. Project is out right now. Yeah. Now SHOBIZ, man, 3 nights. No, I mean nights. The project is nights. King KLV, Shvelly on the track. Any reason why you chose these two to be featured on that record?
Actually, the song kind of chose us. He hit me with the hook, got the beat. It only felt right to go hit up King K. I felt like his sound would fit perfectly to what we were trying to build as a project. His verse is dope. I think it complements, like I said, the project very, very well. And I can't wait to actually put a visual and bring that one a little bit more to life.
So what's the meaning of Nights? Like, what was the whole meaning
Everybody
of the song?
lives differently. Everybody gets it how they do. So there's it's also, for me, I wanted a major contrast. I know that I'm not out here selling drugs, pimping bitches, doing all of that shit when it comes to the street side of it. But I've had my experiences. I've grown up in the hood. I've been around people. I've seen some of this stuff. And I did a song with King K before War, and I just felt like what I'm rapping about and what he's rapping about will fit the project, but it'll give you 2 different views on how people get through life or what they've got to deal with. So it, like I said, it kind of chose itself, and it makes sense.
I like that. Choose one. Who killed it? King K or Shvelly?
Yo, one's on the hook, one did a verse. It's 2 different things.
Hey, man, choose one. Sometimes the hook's better than the verse.
You know what?
Sometimes
I'm not
the
even
verse
going to
better
lie
than
to
the
you.
hook.
I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this question right here.
Hey, talk that shit.
Felly over here
Talk that.
kills it with the hooks. I got another one. But King K went heavy on that verse, though.
So
King K, I'm gonna keep King K.
Okay. Hey.
But again, like a hook and a verse are two different things.
That's what I'm saying. Now, sometimes the hook's better than the verse, and vice versa, bro.
I wanted to have fun with that. He knows why.
Don't get a branch without getting a tree first.
Right? Like,
so you don't get a branch if you don't get a tree first.
We out here working.
Talk that.
We out here working, so just makes sense. We out here having fun with some stuff too. So
that was a tricky question.
No, it wasn't a tricky question.
My man, no friends. No friends. In 2025. Now, let's say you could speak to your younger self. Like, let's say 10 years ago. Would you think your younger self would understand this song?
You know what? Only later in life, as he got older.
So,
and the reason why I say that, because you hear a lot of stuff when you're young and you hear it, but you don't listen. Mm-hmm. And then as you get older and you go through experiences and you meet different people, you have different types of relationships with different people, that type of a song makes way more sense. Mm-hmm. That song was actually, I'm trying to reach the younger audience a little bit, but that was more for adults. Like, they'll understand that a little bit more because they've had the experiences of life. And a lot of them will tell you that either some of their friends did help to motivate them, some of them distracted them, some of them have done some crazy shit. But keeping people close is nice, but keeping them really close to the chest, I'm sorry, like, I know a lot of different people. I don't trust a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the feeling that I got from the
right?
song,
like,
you know what I mean? Because I was thinking,
really don't.
Now, if you think about the industry, like Montreal hip-hop scene, would you say you have friends?
Oh, I got artists that I'm cool with, that I fuck with. But it's hard to say you got a lot of friends in this game when a lot of them don't even know my name. They know Showbiz. They don't know Kyle.
Yeah.
They don't know
Shit, they don't
what
have you on
I've been
Facebook?
through.
I mean...
No, they do. But...
it's right there. Like
it's not even that. A lot of people don't take the time to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So they paint this
though,
picture of what they think you are just based on what you're doing. And it's never accurate. So do I have a lot of friends? No. Y'all want to get to know me, have a conversation. I communicate very, very well. We can have a deep conversation. We can get to know each other. But I feel like a lot of people just overlook that and skip that step. So
that's a fact, man. Man, I need you to talk to me about your cousin Vinny, man. No, nobody want to meet your cousin Vinny, man. What's up with your cousin Vinny, though?
No, you see, because I have a lot of family.
That bar was fun. I was like, shit, what's up with Vinny, though? Like,
no, I have a lot of family, and like there are some Italians in the family as well. So like I dropped the name or whatever just before that, and then I'm like, they don't want to meet my cousin Vinny just because you've seen the movie, right? So punchline wise, reference wise, it kind of made sense and it felt right, so I kept it.
And that's something that I like about you in the project, especially. I see you did a lot of references in terms of TV shows and basketball references. And stuff.
You got to make the people think about the stuff they already know. It makes them either like it a little bit more or be like, yo, I fucking hated that shit. Why did he do that? And I'm okay with either one. It still makes them have a reaction.
So two things. Number one, let's say the scene, the hip hop scene is the NBA. Which player are you?
RIP, but I feel like I got that Mamba mentality. I feel like I'm Kobe every day, all day. That's my dude. Like, I don't care if I'm down 50. I'm not gonna stop fighting. I'm trying to win. Like,
that's it. Now,
however I can.
Second thing, if you could play in one of the Power universe, which one would it be?
Like, what do you mean? Like Marvel and shit?
No, the Power, like the Ghost and Tommy, the Tommy thing, the Raising Kanan.
Oh, yo.
If you had to choose one, which one would it be?
So that's referencing the line I have on the tape, right? I'm more Tommy than I am Ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got to be a little bit of a mix of both. One's a businessman and one will take your life if you fuck him over.
Okay, I don't think you get it. Have you ever watched the other Powers? Like,
no.
Okay, that's why.
No.
Okay. I get it. That's why.
Right.
You know Tommy got a whole season, huh?
Yeah, I didn't I started watching it.
Uh-huh.
I was streaming that, and then I got busy with life.
Well, anyway, that shit was whack. Anyway, you ain't miss shit, man. I didn't like it anyway.
That's why I stopped.
Yeah. That's probably why. That's probably why you didn't watch it. Shit. Yeah, for real.
Right?
That wasn't it, man.
I was
that
hoping
one
the
wasn't
other
it.
ones were better, but I never got into them after that one didn't do much for me. And honestly, when it comes to TV and shit like that, I don't watch a lot of it anymore because I'm out here working a lot. I'm trying to push this music. So if I'm sitting there watching a television show, I ain't working. I gotta work.
I feel
No
you.
more distractions.
So what's a regular day in the life of showbiz, man?
I get up, I go to work where I manage 3 cafes, 3 restaurants, finish work. Now I'm on daddy duty as soon as I finish work. I've been doing a bunch of things around the house, helping to make sure everything stays balanced and helping my significant other as much as I can, right? Like, hopefully I can help make it easier. I know that I can only do a little bit. And then I try to make this music. Like today, I edited a video for my dude over at the Oddballers, right? I make a lot of moves with them, do a lot of shows with them. So I edited a video for them. They got a project coming out this week, 4-1. So shout out to them. And now I'm here. But I've been up and at it since 5 a.m. Like I said, I managed 3 stores during the day, did my daddy duties, sitting here with you, gonna go home, still cook dinner,
I like that.
figure things out.
Now,
Can't stop.
how do you balance the music now that you have the kid now?
It's been 5 days and I'm sitting down doing an interview. I got 2 videos already locked in, a 3rd one coming too with my dude Snake. We don't stop working. I've heard a lot of artists have kids and they disappear. We are not going away.
That's facts.
We're outside. Right now, we're with Feezy. Next week, maybe the week after, we're going to drop a video. Maybe even hey, actually, I have the project I was supposed to drop, Ricky. So, hey, you might even get that, right? I got a lot of music just sitting, waiting, ready to go. Consistency, like everybody
but that's
says.
good. If you got that, it's even
that's
better.
the word of the year.
Because you can even take a break and still drop shit and nobody will notice if you got a whole lot of music like that. You know what I mean? That's what you should do.
You got to plan for life.
Yeah, for
Sometimes you won't have the time you want to do certain things, but if you've planned for it, plus, I'm not gonna lie, I've managed to like meet a lot of different people in the music who have had kids recently, and they didn't stop working. So I got no excuses.
That's it. Like I said, man, for me, it's pure motivation. That's how I see it. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? That's it. Now, I got a game for you, man. It's called First Ones. Okay? You're just going to tell me the first time that, whatever, all right?
Okay.
So tell me the first bar that you ever wrote that made you say, like, damn, I'm nice with it.
The first,
Give me one.
honestly,
Let's go.
I got a lot of different bars though.
Or one that you like, sheesh, god damn, I'm nice.
From the beginning,
Bro, just give me one, man. Like, yo.
man.
The first one you think of, man. Yeah, I put him on blast like that, man. It is what it is.
You gotta
man.
put me on.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
man. It is what it is, man. I'm trying to know.
Honestly, though, it would have to
You want to
be.
come back to it, or you good?
I'm not actually gonna be able to fully think of the bar.
Okay.
But if you go on my YouTube and check out my "Feel It in the Air," I wrote that probably 11 years ago, and it was only half of the song at first. And I knew then that if I kept at it, I'm gonna get it.
Feel it
Right?
in the air. That's from with the. I mean, on the beat,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna check that out. Give me the first rap album you ever bought or downloaded, whichever.
yo, bro, I remember going in and buying that Cassius album and getting pissed off that a motherfucker stole that shit from me. Y'all remember Cassius, right? He was doing that music with D12 and Eminem.
Cassius.
Yo,
The name rings a bell, but I can't put a face to it. But
you see? But I bought his album.
that's the
right?
first one you ever bought ever.
I didn't really buy music. I didn't have the means to do it. But when I was able to, that's the one I actually went down to HMV that was down on St. Catherine. And I bought it.
HMV, man. Talk that.
Right? So after that, I started to buy a little bit more music, but I have an older brother. I got a lot of hand-me-downs, cousins, and stuff like that. So I listen to a lot of music. Never had to buy or download anything. So,
Who's the first person who believed in your music, like for real?
Shvelly over there put me in the booth, 2018. I always believed in myself. Obviously, that's how everybody should feel. No. There's levels to it, right? The first person that I used to rap with was my dude, 14 Dav. Me, him, and Snake got a track coming out just now. We used to exchange raps back and forth. Yeah. But then I became an adult, and I met my girl, and I was like, yo, I like to rap, da-da-da-da. And she was like, well, you better never stop writing. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, right, you never know what could happen. Just keep writing and keep going and keep doing it. And I never stopped. And then one day I was like, yo, I can rap. Let me challenge myself, see if I can write a song. So I started to do that. Started recording, rapping on my phone, sent it out to different people. They were like, oh, that's nice, but there's something missing. Then I sent it to him. And he was like, yo, how fast can you get in the booth? Changed my life.
The man was already there on Cubase. What are you using? Cubase?
Yo.
Pro Tools?
Sonar X2.
Bam, all right.
Yo, right?
That's before Cakewalk.
He actually produced the beat that I rapped on. Nailed it. Sounded dope. Brought it back to my girl who was like, yeah, you got to go, da-da-da-da. And she tells me the story to this day. She's like, when you brought that song back, I'm not going to lie to you, I was like, you can actually do something with this. It didn't sound trash.
She wasn't sure at first or what?
No, but you never know how it's going to sound.
Sure,
we all think we're nice until like we start doing it and we putting it out there for other people to critique and take in. So
that's it. Now tell me, what's the first major L you ever took in the game?
I put my hand in there trying to do that whole promoter thing, doing different shows and stuff like that. I remember sitting down with you promoting the show.
Yeah, sure,
Hey, you put a lot in. Sometimes you don't really get back what you think you're going to get back. I would say that
Talk
show
about it.
is probably the biggest L that I took so far, both financially and to my ego. At the time, I thought I could do some shit. I was like, yo, look at me. I got Montreal hidden hits. I can do all this different content creation. I'm going to put some dope artists in the same building, and didn't realize how hard promotion was.
Is it something you would do again now that you know?
Definitely,
you learned.
but it's got to be right. I got to work with the right people. I'm not saying that people didn't know what they were doing, but there's levels to this shit. So I got to work with the right people. I got to network with the right artists, and maybe not necessarily book something like the Belmont right off the bat. Like, I think I'm speaking for myself, not anybody else that I put the show on with, right? I think we went a little bit bigger than we should have. And as a result, yeah, probably the biggest L. Biggest L, and definitely a learning experience. Would I do it again? Yes.
Man, that's the L, man. That's the L. Learning lesson. All that, man. You know what it is, my man. Now, give me the first piece of advice that really stuck with you.
Stop listening to everybody else and keep doing what you're doing and just building on your craft, and you're going to get better and you're going to experiment and do different shit.
The first collaboration that you made that made you nervous.
Sending out the song the first time, not Nights, but sending out the song to King K for War. Yo, I sat there like, yo, I'm a little new to this. I'm not sure if he's gonna like the song. I was hoping, and then we sat on it for so long. I wasn't even sure if the project was actually gonna come together. Then he hit me up one day. He's like, yo, I'm doing a show, putting it on. You want to do the song? I was like, you did the verse?
Oh, you didn't even know.
He was like, yeah, bro, like, song's done. You know your verse? I was like, yeah. And then it just slowly materialized from there.
So
Video
the first
got
time
done.
you heard his verse was at the show?
It was like the day before.
Okay.
When he asked me if I wanted to do the song. Right? So, yeah. This time though, I got the verse before he heard my verse.
Okay.
But yeah, because I was new and he was doing a lot.
Normally, what, they hear your verse first?
Pardon me?
What? How it goes normally? You send.
I send you guys out. I send out a full project that's gonna match what you do as an artist.
I got you.
I study what you do. I listen to almost everything you have, and I'll build a project that will complement you. I want the best out of you. I don't want you to just be like, yeah, I can pen a verse to this. No, I want you to hear the beat, hear the hook, hear my verse, and be motivated to go all in and pen up a dope ass verse. That's what it's all about.
Now, lastly, man, first thing you do if you want a Grammy.
First thing I'm doing if I want a Grammy, thanking the people that helped me get into a position to win, and that's pretty much it.
Yesterday's price is not today's price?
Definitely not. You got to pay for this now.
Talk that shit.
Like, yeah, there's a couple of shows where I know the grind, you got to sell tickets to get on and stuff like that. But luckily for me, I work with a couple of good people that help me with some sponsors. I've started to get paid for a lot of different shows. I've gone on the road where I've gotten a bigger bag on the road than what some of the people in the city are offering. And I'm not saying that I haven't been paid in the city, but that out-of-town money for all of you artists wondering, that's where the money's at. You keep hearing it. People keep talking. Yo, if you're an artist out here, you got to get out of town. And that's English and French, not just English. I know I'm an English rapper, so a lot of people are like, oh, he only knows the English side. Nah. French artists go to France, they go to the States, they go to different countries, and they get the bag.
Now, speaking of that, would you ever collaborate with a French artist?
Definitely. Let's get it. Any French artist that wants to collab.
Would you reach out, though?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a list of French artists. I know a couple, but I also know there's levels to it. And I don't want it to seem like, oh, he tried to do a project with somebody too big. I want to do a project with somebody when it makes sense. When I've built to that level and they're like, okay, I can do a project with him and it doesn't take away from what they're doing.
Is there any names that you could give me, like French artists from Montreal you listen to or that you think are, I don't know. From an English artist, I'm wondering for real.
Because I've actually had the opportunity to be in the room with this guy and I've got to see what he does for the community, I'd love to do a track with Raccoon.
Shout out Raccoon.
I'd like what he does for the community. I've heard some of his music. I like his sound. I like what he does. And
yeah, rap, so that could be a good mix.
Right?
Like, for sure.
And that's just because, like, I don't want to, like, obviously name who everybody else names. Obviously, we'd all like to get a track with him. But, Raccoon would be a dope feature. I think with how he raps and how he gives back to the community and the message that I try to convey in my music, it would be a dope fit. And I will put in the work to make sure that I incorporate the French that I do know. It's not just about like French, English. Yeah, we could do that, but I think it would be a little bit better if I got outside of my comfort zone and I did something that actually represents that side of the city a little bit more if I'm gonna collaborate with a French artist.
That's it. I like that.
I add a little bit on a song that I did on Shotime Vol.3. So we got more.
My man SHOBIZ514 in the goddamn building, man. Project available right now. Now, my man, before we go into the performance, things I've been through. What's one thing you went through that changed your entire approach to music?
Sitting 22 hours in a car listening to my old shit and being like, what the fuck was that? That shit was trash.
That's funny.
And it's about being honest with yourself. Like, I listened to the whole thing and I was like, yo, I got to step it up before people just start canceling me because there's no growth.
No, would you say the song itself, is it more like a therapy for you or a message for others?
This is me talking my shit, to be honest. Like, you take it how you want it. If it's a message for you, it's a message for you. If it's not, then you can understand where I'm coming from with it. Like, it's for everybody.
That's it. And why did you choose like that specific song as the first? That's your first single of the project.
I didn't. The people did. I performed it a couple of times and everybody came up to me and they were like, yo, this is dope. He did the video for me. I also did a bunch of other promo. I tried to send out other songs to do the promo and they were like, nah, we want that one. The people will fuck with it. So what my dude told me before, Shout out Jimmy D. If the people want a project, you got to give it to them. They will tell you what's hype and what's not. You can't decide as an artist. Doesn't make sense. I like everything.
DMS.
Uncut.